You are currently listening to your one and only, most favorite, and much awaited podcast program. So keep tuning in to the most crucial chat in the world, the Vital Talks.
Good day, our dear listeners. Keep in tune for the last episode of the podcast. To give you a hint, we will be tackling highly sensitive topics and be digging up history as a continuation of our previous episodes.
I'm Aventurado,
And I am Chrislyn Bacalso,
and you're currently listening to a life educator,
podcast program,
The Vital Talks.
You know, right? And now, since we're talking about school, scrutinize with us as we swim through the waters with podcast vocabularies. First of all, let's answer the question, why should schools include more courses on mental health?
For me, 100% yes. One of the main reasons why they should do was the day-to-day struggles of the students. The students are not capable of doing the things that they should do, and they get discouraged really fast because they cannot meet their own expectations, and that includes number one, lack of energy and motivation. Number two, we have family expectations or problems, and for number three, we have academic responsibilities. For number four, we have they cannot open up to others that may cause resulting bottle ups. Yes, and number five is mixed emotions, and lastly is learning difficulties.
Well, as heartbreaking as it is, or as it may be, well, the one who jumped off of the Marcus Bridge was a senior high school student, a very talented, artistic person who most likely ended up his life due to problems he cannot handle anymore.
And because of that, for the past few weeks, there were lots of happenings or incidents that happened here in Cagayan de Oro in Marcos Bridge. And the victims were from other schools, and whenever they jump, they commit it whenever it's nighttime.
Exactly. I noticed that too. Well, let's first reflect on how the education system take action regarding this matter. Do they take action each time, or is it just during mental health month? Now let us tackle the reasons why, or the possible reasons why school systems does not have enough support on this matter. Well, there are several reasons why schools may not prioritize students' mental health as much as they should. One of the reasons is that mental health issues can be complex and challenging to identify and address, and many educators and administrators may not have the enough training or resources necessary to effectively address these issues. And additionally, schools are often under pressure to meet academic standards and achieve high test scores, which can lead to a focus on traditional academic subjects at the expense of other important things such as mental health. There may also be a stigma surrounding mental health issues that prevents schools from openly addressing them. These can lead to a lack of resources and support for students who are struggling with mental health issues, and can make it difficult for students to feel comfortable asking for help. Well, however, there is a growing recognition of the importance of mental health issues in schools, and many schools are working to address this issue by providing resources and support for students, training teachers and staff on how to identify and address mental health issues. and creating a culture that prioritizes mental health and well-being. But still, it isn't enough.
Yes. Yes. Dapat ito lang.
Oh.
So, for the second one, why do they don't, I mean, why does they, does not,
Sige lang.
they do not prioritize this matter? It is important to note that not all schools just let the issues slide. The issues about mental health, because mental health, in many cases, schools may not have resources, training, or support necessary to effectively address these issues. Schools are complex institutions, and addressing mental health issues requires a multifaceted approach that involves not only the educators and administrators, but also the parents and mental health professionals and the wider community. Schools may not have access to necessary resources or funding to provide the mental health supports to all students who need it, and may not have the training or expertise to effectively identify and address the issues. And additionally, there may be lack of awareness or understanding of seriousness of mental health, and their impact on students' academic and personal lives is just too big and too serious, that this can lead to a lack of prioritization of mental health issues in schools. However, it is more important to note that many schools are working to address these issues and prioritize students' mental health. This may involve prioritizing or providing counseling services, incorporating mental health education into this curriculum, creating a culture of openness and support, and partnering with mental health professionals in the wider community.
Well, let us move on to our next subtopic, which is why does mental health is still being a taboo in Philippine culture. Well, mental health, as you all know, is still often considered a taboo topic in many cultures, including the Philippines or pretty much everywhere in Asia.
Yes.
There is often a stigma attached to it, to mental health issues, which can lead to individuals feeling ashamed or embarrassed to seek help for their mental health concerns. And in the Philippines, in our country, mental health issues are sometimes seen as a sign of weakness or
Yes.
lack of faith. In order for them to overcome their struggles, they may be told to simply toughen up or pray harder. And this can prevent,
It's really toxic.
yeah, exactly. And this can prevent individuals from seeking the help they need and lead to a worsening of their symptoms.
Yeah.
Well, however, there are efforts being made to address the issue of mental health stigma in the Philippines. Mental health advocates and organizations are working to raise awareness and the importance of mental health and to reduce the stigma surrounding mental health issues. The Philippine government has also passed the Mental Health Act, which aims to provide affordable and accessible mental health services to all Filipinos.
That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And it is important to continue to raise awareness about mental health, right? Yeah, and to work towards reducing the stigma surrounding mental health in all cultures. And this can help to ensure that individuals would feel comfortable, yes, in seeking the help they need, and can lead to better mental health outcomes for all.
Yes. Now, for for the suggestions on what should the school do. That's a great question since most of the schools just let it slide.
Exactly.
So, examples of actions that they can take is offer mental health counseling services. I mean, they do have guidance counselor, but other students don't go there. Like,
Yeah.
for some reasons, they just want to bottle their feelings, and you know, create a safe space for students to openly discuss their mental health issues and receive supports from peers and faculties.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I agree.
Like,
I agree.
it's really nice to have someone to talk to with your feelings. Like, you can vent out, you can rant everything. Someone that will listen to you.
Exactly.
But it's very rare to see someone that could listen to you and understand
I
you.
could agree more. Exactly. It's
Yes.
hard to trust anyone nowadays.
And they should offer mindfulness and relaxation techniques to help students manage their stress and anxiety levels.
Exactly. Well, let's move on to our next topic, which is why should the education system take this seriously? Well, of course, they should take this seriously. The education system should take the students' struggles seriously because students are facing mental health issues such as depression and
That-
anxiety.
That reminds me, back in pre-pandemic when there was a young girl or a student
Yeah.
who committed suicide, and then I don't know if that's true, but during the interview in um that ed, there was a woman who worked at that ed, diba?
Yeah.
And she said that that girl was CA, like
Oh.
overacting, like she just laughed, and then someone died because of their mentality, because of school. They have problem at school,
Yeah.
but she just laughed.
Oh no. Well, depression and anxiety can often lead to self-harm and or even suicide, and
Yes.
it shouldn't be something that you should laugh or laugh at.
Yes, because that's a big issue.
Yeah, mental health issues are serious and a growing problem in and it is a growing problem rather in modern society, and it is essential that the education system would provide support and resources to help students struggling with mental health and personal issues in general.
Yes.
And by providing students resources and raising awareness about mental health, the education system can help to reduce the number of students who overcome um, or become overwhelmed rather or feel hopeless and may consider suicide as their only option to escape or run away from their problems. And additionally, by providing support to students in need, the education system can help to foster a positive learning environment that allows students to succeed and reach their full potential. Well, to tell you honestly, students need more life lessons than the academic ones, though it is still important. They need more advice than pressure,
Yes.
understanding than comparison and judgments. Well, for those students who struggles at school with depression, anxiety, or any mental health related illnesses and you have no one to talk to, don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. We all have our daily limits, and even like I'm not excluded, and you're not excluded too, right? And if you ever have reached your limit, just take some rest and blank out your mind, and then continue your battle tomorrow. Surround yourself with positive people who will lift you up and encourage you and overcome the battle with them beside you.
Yes, because of what you said, it reminded me of a quotation saying, seeking for help isn't giving up.
Exactly.
It means that you are trying to, pass through the problem. I forgot. But anyways, for the website and apps, and numbers that they can call.
You should take note of this.
Yes, we will be putting it under our
Subtitles. Yeah.
Yeah, like just like the subtitles. If you don't have anyone to talk to, never think that you are alone. You can contact these websites and cell phone numbers. They will try their best to help you out with every situation you encounter and will give you free advices. And now, that sums up all our discussions from episode 1, 2, 3. And once again, good day everyone. I am Aventurado.
And I am Chrislyn Bacalso.
And you just listened to a life educator
Podcast program,
The Vital Talks.
In this cruel world and judgmental society that we live in, stand firm and know that you are not alone. Remember that you are valid and you matter.
Yes.
Thank you so much for listening.
You just listened to one of the most controversial, interesting, and much awaited episodes in podcasting history. We hope that you learned something today. Have a great day and don't miss our next episodes. Only here on The Vital Talks. See ya!